Are we live?
I don't know. I mean, the last time we did this last month, I think we talked for like 20 minutes where you finally figured out that we had it muted.
Yeah, but that was my fault. Totally my fault.
So I think, well, we're definitely not muted. So we're here. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the really big show, or really big shoot, for you Ed Sullivan fans.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know who Ed Sullivan is?
I know who Ed Sullivan is, okay. But I don't get it.
It's his accent. He always spoke when he was doing this television show. He's like, and tonight we have a really big shoe, and that's what it sounded like.
Oh.
It sounded like shoe instead of show.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll watch some YouTube videos on that later. I'm sure Ed Sullivan's out there. So, can everybody hear and see us okay before we get too far down the road here? I hope so. I'm trying to look at the comments. Shelly's definitely looking at the comments. And I do want to say hello from frosty Gulfport, Mississippi. It is nippy outside, as they say. It's better than it was yesterday.
Well, yesterday it was raining and windy and cold.
Or last night.
And then last night was freezing.
But it's not better for our neighbor right over there.
No.
Because the campground here, and we're on the Naval Construction Training Center, Navy Seabee base in Gulfport, and the water is basically a pipe that comes out of the ground about 3 feet with the connection on the end, not insulated. Well, our neighbor over here, I guess, left his water connected all night and it finally started thawing out this afternoon because it's like a water symphony going on over there. Just water's gushing everywhere. So hopefully somebody's been notified and are shutting the water off. Most likely going to shut the water down to the whole park. That's just my guess, because I don't think they have, connections everywhere to shut off water. So we put water in our tank last night and disconnected our hose altogether. So we're fine. So with that said, I'm going to hand it over to my lovely assistant to say hello to people, because I can't read the screen.
That's why I have to get my glasses out too.
Oh, and by the way, Talon, right here, laying down. If you look on Instagram, you'll see a picture of her. I just posted just a few minutes before this live stream. She's still in the same spot. Maybe we can get her on camera later.
Oh, I forgot to post that picture of her.
Okay.
Anyway. All right. So, hello to Really Creative Travel. Hello, Blaine. Gulf Coast Girl. Hello. I think this is the first time we've seen you in our live stream, and I saw that you were here in Biloxi. So that is pretty cool. Maybe we can meet up. And Fred Christie, of course, is here in Biloxi right now. And Fred, we've got a plan. We've got a plan to meet up with you. And then RVing. Hey, Steve, how are you?
He's not in Mississippi.
He is not in Mississippi, but everybody else seems to be.
Yeah.
And idlecruises, guess what? They're like
right there. Two
sites over. Yep. Yeah. There's one site in between the two of us. Yep. And let's see, the Air Force guy.
Hey, Paul. Oh. All right. Talon has left.
She's out.
She's out.
It's floor time.
Oh, it's floor time. She's laying on the floor.
Happy Place Camping. Hey, Felix, how are you? And what's that guy's name? Oh, yeah.
Some guy. What's his name?
What's his name? And let's see. Jeanne Baney. Hello, Mom. How are you? I think it just jumped on me.
So while Shelly's doing that, I'll go ahead and give you all a Talon sighting. Say hello, Talon.
Roy and Becky's Travels are here. Hey, guys. How are you? Hope you're keeping warm out west. John Chucker, hey guys. Waterbury, Connecticut. I bet it's warmer there than it is here. Oh, New Horizons, freezing Tennessee. Hey, Susan. Oh, I bet it is cold there. It's cold everywhere.
Yep.
Dreaming Out Loud, RVing. Hey guys, how are you? Magnificent Germany with Darren. Hello. Let's see, Full-Time Dream is here. Hello, guys. Follow the Moon. Hey, how are you guys? I just saw a post on them. They just moved. They're going to be in a park for 1 week and then a park for 3 weeks. I did see that. See, Diane McGuire, that would be my sister. Hello.
Careful shaking the table.
Glad you could be here. Oh, am I moving the table? Okay.
We're using a TV tray instead of our folding table, and it's not as sturdy, and we didn't plan ahead.
Travel Adventures with Eric B. Hello. I think you're new with us, right? I think so. Oh, I was so glad that you're here. Okay. And Wayward Wags. Hey, guys.
Not new.
Not new. No.
But what is new is we're not in the same RV park as Wayward Wags. That's
right.
A new thing.
That is a new thing. All right. I think I've said hello to everybody so far. And a few people will probably come in as we go along. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Everybody's asking about everybody else and whether they have power, no power, whatever. I know for sure, like our daughter's in Abilene, Texas, and it's power. So she has power now, but it's been a rolling blackout there. And they also got their water shut off for a while because they said they only had 2 to 3 hours. The whole city.
Yeah. And I want to say, I got some friends that live on the east side of Dallas. They don't have water either. So it's not just the Abilene area.
No.
And something I saw pretty cool, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but there's a commander and a unit commander at Goodfellow Air Force Base, not one of the tech schools there, but he and one of his other leaders in his squadron, they went around to all of their people and brought them firewood if they needed it because they don't have power there. So that's for those who had fireplace, they brought them. They brought them firewood, and the reason I'm not saying who it is because that's the way this particular individual does business. He didn't do it to get notoriety, whatever. He did it to take care of his people. But I am at least going to shout out that this specific lieutenant colonel and major are doing things right when it comes to taking care of their people, and we appreciate people like that.
That's pretty cool. I know that our daughter, as you guys know, our son-in-law is deployed right now, and she got a phone call from the fire station, and they said, we just want to know if you need anything. And I thought, that's really sweet. I know when you were deployed, I didn't get any phone calls, but I didn't have any like weird things like what's going on right now going on at the time either. So
true.
Oh, all right. A couple more coming in. James, is it Gype? I don't know if I said that right. I think you're new. Hello, Poshcats Camping. Hey guys, how are you? Oh man, so glad that you guys are here. We just enjoyed
this is kind of
you guys.
UK weather here. I mean, freezing.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So we've had, since our last live stream, not counting what's been in the videos we put out, because most of those videos have been relatively current from that last live stream. It's been an adventure. We've gone through a lot. We've had some wild times.
We've watched other people go through a lot.
Yeah. It's been very stressful over the last few weeks for us and people around us for various and assorted reasons. But I just want to say to do the Tampa wrap up real quick. All I can say is, wow, what a great time.
That was a great time.
We either met or, for the first time or met, again, tons and tons and tons of great people. And we got a list of them. Now, we did put out a video. Our Tampa video has pictures of almost all of these people because one of them we didn't have a picture of. We do now, but I forgot to upload it, so we're not going to be able to show it on the stream. Oh, my goodness. We'll post it on. We posted it on Instagram. I'm pretty certain. If not, we'll post it again. And if we did,
Hank and Robin are on that list either. I missed them.
Oh, you're right. They're not. So, would you like to go down the list of all the great people we met, and then some great restaurants too?
Yeah, Idle Cruises. They're just a couple. Like we said earlier, a couple sites over, and we got to meet them in Tampa and went to dinner with them, and they came over to our booth while we were there, so that was really fun.
Hang on, I'm going to stop right there for a second. We ate dinner with them outside in January. Now, granted, it was Tampa, Now they're 2 doors down. I don't want to go see them because it's freezing out there.
It was nice
we'll just do
afternoon.
hand signals or something. Throw something over the RV between us. But it's amazing what a few miles in a few weeks, does to the weather. I thought it would be warmer here.
A couple people came in, so let me just say hi to them too. RV Traveling MIA Researcher. Hey, John.
Hey, John. Thinking about you, buddy.
Camping Therapy. Yep.
Hey, Doreen.
And then we got to see Summer's Going Coastal, or you might see her as Lippy Lisa Lipsticks.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you need good lipsticks that stay
on. The whole
on,
family saw her and husband and girls.
Yep, we got to see her husband and the girls, so that was fun. We saw them at the Wayward Bags booth there at the playground. So, and then where the trail leads, we got to have brunch with them at Bob Evans Brunch. It sounds so much fancier, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's pretty fancy.
So that was a lot of fun. And RV Adventure, Steve he was awesome. He just was able to be in several places with us. So that was really great. Cool.
Being able to actually spend a good time with Steve this time. We spent like 2 seconds with him last year. It was great to spend more time with him this year for sure.
Yep, absolutely. And of course we saw Traveling Robert. Like I think everybody saw
Traveling Robert. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And Dreaming Out Loud was there. We got to meet up with them.
They were stalking us actually.
They were so funny.
That was funny.
Totally came up and played a joke on us, and that was really cool. And then we got to hang out with them with RV Underway and Adventure RV Adventure. And I'm trying to think, was that everybody? There was somebody else in that group, I think. Anyway.
Happy Place Camping?
Happy Place Diaries.
I mean.
That's so bad. Anyway, RV Kids TV, we got to meet up with Rocky and the girls. We didn't get to meet Erin. She was having her day, and so that's all right. We got to see Foreverland and hang out with them, and so we had a little get together with them, and so that was really fun. And the Brazen Brits with them too.
Yep.
Brazen Brits we saw a couple times, so that was really fun to hang out with them. And of course the Wayward Wags, because they were in the same campground like across the street, and got to hang out several times with them. And Happy Place Diaries. Well, since Jerry stayed on our couch, we pretty much saw him. But then the coolest part was that Teresa got to come, and she flew in and got to spend a couple days with us. So that was really fun. And we met up with Follow the Moon. We were just walking down the road, and there they were. And I mean, walking down the road in the fairgrounds. And we look over, and there they were. So that was really fun to run into them.
Yeah.
And the Dry Campers, we got to meet up with them. And One Strange Adventure and Find Us Camping. So I have probably left somebody out, but it's so hard to I think I did pretty good at remembering most of them.
I want to say you left some people out, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And again, if we did leave you out, I sincerely apologize. It's been such a crazy time, and I have memory issues anyway, as most of you know. So not to use that as a crutch, but it was just so much information overload with seeing all these people, meeting all these people, and all the other stuff going on. Plus me still trying to work a full-time job and everything else. It got overwhelming at times for sure.
Well, I did want to tell them too that I said when we go on the live stream, I do want to say something that if you ever see us out in public, especially in a large group like at the Tampa RV show or another RV show or somewhere, in a big group, we don't notice people. I just don't notice people. So you got to make sure you come up and say hello to us. We love that. We love when people come say hello to us. So please do that, and don't be offended if we see you again later and didn't see you, because we're really bad about that. I don't even recognize my family in a crowd. So
yeah. And Justin, Christina, and Michael are here. Ora Garcia and Nursing Our Travel Bug.
Yep. And Shanna
Craft. Hi guys. I don't think I missed anybody.
I don't know. We got to talking, so
Full-Time Dream, do we say hello to them?
Yep,
okay, so make sure.
So the Tampa RV show was huge, and it was really nice to meet everybody. And it was nice to have a few. We had some booth time at Gas Stop and got to go out to dinner with them, and they're a really great company. And then Clear 2O, right?
Yep.
That's another one.
Clear
And
2O, they do water filters.
Yep.
Videos coming on that.
Yep.
If it warms up.
If it warms up. And then Ghost Stick was there, and we love Jody. He's amazing, and so we had to be by that booth as well and go visit them. So it's really great when you find some products that work really well for you and are able to share it with others. So if you like any of those, we do have links for them.
Yeah.
Did I plug well?
Yeah, you plug well. So our video last Tuesday. Our video last Tuesday was about toilet maintenance. And what a day that was. It's bad enough to have problems with your toilet. Whether the problems are because you ate something you shouldn't have eaten or your toilet's broken. Either one of those, bad things. So it's even worse when it happens on a travel day and you're going someplace you've never been in your entire life. So you don't know anything. And plus, while I'm fairly handy with whatever my knees and back allow me to do, I've never worked on an RV toilet before, so I wasn't familiar with how an RV toilet worked. I learned real fast. You know how I learned? YouTube. And
it's true, because at one point I had to watch that YouTube video too.
Yeah. So just to give a quick recap, and again, if you haven't seen the video, watch it, because it's not just a how-to. It also has some drama in it that we experienced.
And where the trail leads just came in, so I want to say hello.
Should have been here earlier. We shouted you out.
Oh.
But long story short, thankfully Thetford, who makes the toilet, has a very good frequently asked questions section on their website, and I guess this is a frequent problem for it to be on their frequently asked questions. So I went there. They only had like 10 or 15 questions. One of them was, water doesn't stop running in toilet, which is what our problem was. Clicked on it, got the answer, buy this part. Okay, and I got to go find this part. Now, I thought we were going to be driving to Lazy Days, which at that point was about an hour and a half or so away. Couldn't happen when we were 10 minutes away from Lazy Days. So I look around, and lo and behold, there's a little RV dealer in Brooksville about 10 minutes away from us. So I call them up. They had the part. They only had one, and we went and got it. We installed it. Life is good. Toilet works. So happy about that.
John Tucker said that it happened all the time to his Uncle Peter. Had a toilet that got stuffed up on a travel day, and it ended up blowing up in his face, and it happens going down the road. Oh, that would have been terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That was bad. That's bad for sure. So that was our drama getting to Brooksville.
Yeah.
Then we had drama coming here from Brooksville. And since we didn't really video any of it, might as well just tell you real quick now. We decided to leave a day early from Brooksville, simply because the original plan was we were going to drive like 4.5 hours and stop for the night and then drive like 5 hours to get here to Gulfport. And so we couldn't leave because we were waiting for a package to be delivered. Well, the package had to be got delivered to us while we were eating breakfast, oddly enough. So we said, well, we might as well leave because we had no reason to stay. And so Shelly found a place, looked good reviews. We're not going to mention their name.
Hey, Foreverland.
But we get there kind of late in the afternoon at that point because we weren't prepared to leave that day.
It was dusk, so like 4-ish.
I plug
Five-ish.
in my surge protector, and I get an error code on it which says it was an open neutral. And we're not going to go into details about all this, but I checked it with the meter, and it was an open neutral. And it was a problem. We called the office. The guy came, and he got out the meter. He had a meter in his hand, and he says, "So you don't have power at the pedestal?" I said, "No, there's power there. It's just not hooked up correctly." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Well, when I plugged in my circuit breaker," and he stopped me right there, and he says, "Oh, every time somebody plugs in one of those, there's a problem here. But we have people in here all the time. They don't have any problems."
Hey, James Catanese, thanks for joining us.
My surge protector won't even come on because of this error. And I'm not going to not plug in my surge protector because you're just asking for trouble then. So we ended up leaving. Guy was nice, a little cranky, but nice, refunded our money, and away we went to the place we were going to be going to initially. We got there pretty late, but it was in Central Time, so it wasn't as late as we thought, but it was late for us. Spent a couple of nights there in the cold, got to have dinner with Ricky and Barbara from RV Underway, because they were only like 20 minutes away or something like that. And then we made it uneventfully to here with one short stop at the Mecca of Meccas, Buc-ee's. And we did not get any fudge this time. But we did get beef jerky and whatever that sandwich was you got me.
Oh, I don't know. Some pretzel bun Reuben without sauerkraut. Because, he isn't going to eat sauerkraut.
Right.
But it was a really big, huge sandwich. He didn't even eat it all.
But that was getting here. We got here fine. So let's jump back a quick. Why in the heck were we in Brooksville to begin with? Well, what?
Are we enjoying the warm South? Foreverland, I have a story.
Shush.
I have a really, really big, amazing, you guys are not going to believe it. I was calling people, okay?
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story in a little bit.
So the reason we were in Brooksville is we were chasing the wayward wags again. Or they were chasing us, who knows, one way or the other. And
I think they are planners and we are not. So I'm going to say that they were there first.
Yeah. We got the chance. Dustin and Leslie asked us to be part of their charity, veteran charity giveaway that was going to be in Brooksville. And since we were there anyway, it was perfect timing. We just, those of you who watched our live stream last month, that's where we announced our partnership with them, where the money that we raise, that you help us raise through super chats, applause, affiliate links, ad revenue, all that stuff, we're giving to small local veteran charities, but we're giving it through Dustin and Leslie at Wayward Wags simply because it makes that impact to that organization much better. So instead of having two small, blips, so to speak, we're going to have one big meaningful hit for each of these charities that we're going to be able to help give money to. So again,
and how much did we give? Do you remember?
We gave $1,500, wasn't it?
Well,
total
the WAGs,
yeah.
Our portion that we gave to the WAGs from our channel was $527.04.
Yep.
Yay!
And that was you guys. So we want to thank you guys for your super chats and
applause.
And while we're talking about that, I thought I had that running. For last month's super chats, we're going to thank Ivan Josie, RV Journey, RV Traveling MIA Researcher. And we also got our first applause from Christian Nomad. Yep. Now, applause is the same thing as a super chat, but applause works on just our regular videos. So if you look down here where the thumbs up, thumbs down button is, and the subscribe button and the join button, there's also an applause button. You can click on that applause button on any of the videos, except live streams, unless you're watching the replay. And you can donate money that way. So that's just a feature that's actually in beta with YouTube. I don't know how we got involved in that, but we are. So Christian Nomad was the first folks to actually applaud one of our videos. So we want to thank Christian Nomad for doing that.
Yep.
And then again, thanks all the last month super chats as well. And now We're going to throw this guy up.
Yeah.
The Veterans Heat Factory in Brooksville, and that's Gus in the middle. Great shot of Talon, too, by the way, in here. I can't even, we don't have enough time in this live stream to say what that organization does.
Oh, yeah.
They do so much
Amazing.
to help veterans. It's not even funny. If you haven't watched the video that Dustin Leslie put out on giving that check and about Veterans Heat Factory, go to their channel and check that out, because I was blown away with what they do there. The
support that they give veterans and their families.
The level of support, yeah, it's not just the veteran, it's the veterans' families, caregivers, etc. Most of these organizations are kind of, very narrowly focused, and there's nothing wrong with that, because when you're dealing with very small funds, a narrow focus is a lot of times necessary to be able to be effective. But they're figuring out ways to do everything. They help them fill out their disability claims with the VA. They help them with
Social Security.
Yeah, Social Security. Yeah, and they help them, with job placement. They help with, PTSD and trauma support. Counseling sessions, things like. And honestly, the list just goes on and on and on what they do.
Well, and I'm just going to say this. Michael and I have worked in some, their main focus is PTSD and working with those that have been affected by it. And we have been in other programs where we've helped with how they talk, and like if you have different sessions. And I was able to see what they do for their sessions and helping them. And it's amazing. They are really detail oriented in making sure that there's nothing overlooked, because there are some small things that happen that could easily be written off as no big deal. But they say, no, we need to address those. And they give them a whole week to do that. And I just think it's amazing that they've done that.
Yeah. Dustin, drop the link to the video you did on that too. I saw you drop the link to Heat Factory, and they are accepting donations too directly. You don't have to give money to us or Dustin and Leslie. You can give money right to them, and they would love it. It was actually kind of, I got to keep it up here.
Okay.
When Dustin Leslie gave him the check, I can't remember who it was. One of them said, well, we were trying to figure out how we were going to get money to make copies.
Gus.
And here it is. So, we were an immediate blessing to that organization, because this is a passion for Gus. He's not even a vet. He saw a need in the community and jumped up and is working to fill that need. And, he's just an amazing guy.
Jarhead and Ginger came in too. I want to say hello to them, and it said that video had Ginger crying, and so yeah, you know what, it was very touching. And I will just say, if you do nothing else, go and look at the video, look at the end piece where Dustin really talks about PTSD and explains it a little bit better, because I think a lot of people don't understand how it can affect, and so he did an excellent job of doing that, and so I would highly recommend that you do that. RV Underway came in, and Lucky Dog Productions moderator came in, and I'm hoping that I didn't miss anybody else.
And Aura wants to know where Talon is. Talon was on the couch a minute ago, then she went to the floor. I had the camera on her for a second. Now she's up front in her perch, so to speak. She likes to lay up front and look out the window. And with the campsite we're at here at Shields RV Park in Gulfport, where she can sit is a busy street off base, and so she can just watch cars go by. So it's like heaven for her. Yes, she loves it.
She loves that.
And so that was.
Yep, it was a great.
As the train goes by and the heater kicks in, that was a highlight that's going to be hard to top no matter what. We came close. I finally got to fulfill a small dream I had before that. And for those of you who've been following our channel for a long time, about this time last year, we recorded a video that we put out in probably March. So the video is almost a year old now. And that video was a 3-part series interviewing the founders and owners of Combat Cafe in Eustis, Florida. And the dream, if you want to call it, not really a dream, but I don't know the right word to say, that was I wanted to bring as many of my friends as I could to check this place out. So when we made it to Florida, when we first got to Florida, before our live stream we did in January, called Dustin and Leslie because they were down at Thousand Trails Orlando with Lawrence and Natalie, the Brazen Brits. We said, "Hey, guys, come on and well, let's meet for lunch." Well, actually, we asked Dustin and Leslie. They said, "Was it okay if they brought Lawrence and Natalie?" Right? I don't know.
We invited them all.
We invited them all. We invited everybody. And so we got there, had a great time, got to hang out with the folks there again. It was nice that everybody there remembered us. We ate there almost every day the 2 weeks we were there last year, so you would hope they remembered us. And then we got to go back. I don't want to spoil too much because it's going to be in an upcoming video. We came back and gave them a little something that we had commissioned for them. And that's going to be the topic of an upcoming video. So you got to go check that out.
Yeah, but it was really awesome because we got to talk to them again and they shared some things that had been going on with them. And so it was really great to have that time. They always come out of the kitchen and say hello to us, which is really, really special for us.
Yep. Yeah. And I couldn't have.
Talon is missing me, Leslie.
Yeah.
It's so
probably,
true.
Yeah, she probably is.
She loves Dustin and Leslie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Scout.
I think it's Scout. I
Scout
really do.
Does not return the love.
She loves Scout, and I think she just knows that Dustin and Leslie are Scout's parents, and so they must be able to take her to Scout. But
Fred Christie said they're going to be building a Buc-ee's in Efland, North Carolina, which is near where we camped. Texas Family Camping cool. Just rolled in too.
Texas Family Camping.
So. Yeah, we love Buc-ee's for sure. We were supposed to be hanging out last weekend with Ricky and Barbara from RV Underway here in Shields. I'm honestly glad they didn't come because this weather stinks. It just is bad.
It would have been miserable Monday.
I mean, because it was just cold and rainy the whole time. I mean, we're trying to meet up with our buddy Fred Christie, who's in the chat. He's just down the road at the Keesler Fam Camp. Which actually we went to Keesler today, so we drove by the general area of the fam camp on Pass Road.
Yeah.
But we just went to pick up one of my prescriptions, so we didn't want to stop by and bug you unannounced. We're not stalking yet.
No. But the weather again has been bad. So do you want to hear my story?
Go for it. Tell us the story.
So yesterday.
Hang on before you.
Okay.
I have somebody calling me. Oh, that shows his number, so I better not put that up. I better answer that.
Oh, I'm getting ready to talk about him.
Are you missing the live stream? I mean, what's going on here? Yeah, me right now.
Okay, yesterday it was really, really, really rainy and cold and windy and kind of dark in the morning, and so I looked at, I was looking at my phone and stuff and getting breakfast and all that. And Michael was still in bed. And all of a sudden I realized he had to be at physical therapy. It was today. It wasn't, well, he thought it was today. It was yesterday. So anyway, I got him going. And then I was talking to my mom on the phone. And all of a sudden, I swear this happened. This is a true story. I'm telling you. I was sure that our awning somehow had unfurled and was on top of our RV because it was going whap, 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 outside. I mean, and the RV was rocking a little bit and it was so windy and I was freaked out. I mean, my mom said I sounded very freaked out and I was like, what am I going to do? He's in therapy across town. Like he's in Biloxi. I mean, like 25 minutes away. Right. But he's not going to be back quickly. And I'm looking out the door and to the side and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see it. And so I called Jerry from Happy Place Diaries. I was like, Jerry.
Who, by the way, just called me.
I said,
and he's in the chat now.
I am panicked. I think the awning has come out and gone flipped over in the wind across the RV. And he's like, really? I mean, like, he's like, okay, have you pushed retract? So I'm pushing the awning light. In my panic, I didn't even push retract. I was pushing the awning light on and off. And I'm going, it's going nowhere. Then I go, wait a minute, I'm pushing the wrong button. I finally push the retract button. Nothing happens. I'm like, no, that's not it. He goes, do you know anybody in the park? At that time, no. There was nobody here I knew. But there was a young guy in the military that was on a site here. And I was like, oh, I think I know what site he's on. I could go ask him. So I said, let me go. I'll go outside. I'll check it out and go ask him. Well, I walk outside and I realize my awning is not unfurled and flying over my RV. Nope. Hey, Over the Hill RV is in here.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. No, it is not. Guess what we have? We have toppers on our slides. Slide toppers. We have slide toppers.
Technical term.
And let me tell you, they go whoop, 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 whoop in the wind. And they look like your awning because they're all black material out there. Yeah. So,
well, technically they are awnings. They're made of the same material and everything else as awning.
I totally didn't even realize that was what was going on out there. But then I was still nervous about it because, I mean, it was really whipping. And so they were like, well, pull your slide in. You know, no big deal, right? Luckily, the wind died down shortly after that, and I didn't have to do that. So Michael returns home. He's laughing at me. He's like, there's no wind out there. This didn't really happen.
Wasn't windy in Biloxi.
Nobody is believing me on this story. I even talked to my mom, and she said, I didn't hear anything. Anyway, so then I decided to do what I always do. What do you do when, you're going to have bad weather, right? You make sure all the laundry is done and you cook something in your Instapot or your crock pot or whatever, right? So I had the washer going, the Instapot going, the air fryer going, warming up my lunch. Decided to make a cup of coffee. Small heater going.
Fireplace going.
Yeah.
Dehumidifier going.
Yep.
Do y'all see the amps adding up here?
Whoops.
Any guesses? You got to wait. Any guesses to what might have happened with all that stuff running at
Jerry
the same
believed
time?
me. He did believe me. So yeah, but it was true. Yeah. Yeah. So needless to say, I popped the breaker. And
No.
Okay.
4 breakers.
Okay. I don't do anything just a little bit, just a smidgen. I mean, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all the way, right? So, yeah, I did. So then he gets it on partially. We can't seem to find the GFCI. Yep, GFCI for the right side of the coach, which happens to be the side with his computer and all of his office stuff. And he was having to be on a call and for work. He was trying to work. Yeah, so it did take us a little bit, but we did finally get everything going and back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have drama.
We actually had this exact same problem happen in November of 2019. So this is before we had a YouTube channel, so there's no video on it. There's no video on this one either.
I tried. I did say, isn't this the time you bring out the video?
We went to Little Rock, Arkansas, and it was actually colder than it is there then than it is here now. And it was snowing and windy, and it was lows in the 20s. We get there. We've doing the exact same thing. Washer, dryer, furnace, space heater. Not thinking, mainly because we've never had a washer and dryer in our RV, so that doesn't really, compute into me when it comes to thinking, I got too much stuff running.
Whoops.
So we did, and the Magnum inverter that is on these Tiffins actually has an on-off switch right in the front when you're looking at it. And it also has a circuit breaker on the bottom that you can't see. If you turn it on,
Let's go somewhere travels. Hello. Thanks for joining us.
If you turn it on, then it works. But what that breaker on the bottom does, that breaker is actually for the converter, because it's a combination unit, to charge the house batteries so the house batteries can run on the 12-volt stuff. Now, what runs off 12 volts besides the lights in an RV class? Bueller? Anyone? The furnace. You need 12 volts to run the furnace. So in November of 2019, November 11th, actually, 12th, excuse me, November 12th of 2019. Yeah. We woke up, or I woke up at like 4 in the morning because it was 40 degrees inside the coach and everything was off. And I had no idea what was going on because I didn't know about that little circuit breaker on the bottom.
Yeah, that was in Little Rock still.
That was in Little Rock. But Facebook to the rescue both times, because the first time I had the problem, when it was still daylight out, well, barely daylight, I went to the TIFF, there's a Tiffin technical group on Facebook. I went there and said, hey, here's my problem. Here's what I've done. And I got an answer back in less than 10 minutes. Do this. Yeah. And I did that, and it fixed it. Now it's 4 in the morning, Central Time. And same issue. I get on Facebook. Okay, this happened. Got this. I can start the engine. The batteries are charging. So we're sitting there with the engine running. So the heater will come on. 10 minutes at 4 in the morning, 10 minutes later, I get a reply. Hey, there's a circuit breaker on the bottom side of that inverter. Go check it. I go out, check it. Oh, it's popped. Push it in. Everything works. So you live and learn. So when everything happened again this time, I went out, and first thing I did was check. I reset the inverter, and I checked to make sure that circuit breaker was not broken or tripped. Wasn't. Reset the surge protector. We got most power, like Shelly said. Now, in any of these RVs, it's a good thing to find out where the GFCI reset plugs are, because they're not always where you think they are. Like, I would assume one of them would be in the bathroom. We have one bathroom. There is a GFCI plug in that bathroom, but it's not one of the plugs that has a reset button on it.
And a lot of the Tiffins are in the bathroom,
yeah,
or the kitchen.
And in your home, if you have a house, sticks and bricks, you're going to have a reset button most likely in your bathroom for your GFCI, but not in the Tiffin. So I knew there was one out in the wet bay. I checked that one, went ahead and tripped it, did the test, make sure it was working. It was fine, but still nothing. It got nothing. So I went and looked at, I checked when I checked the breakers, circuit breakers, there was a breaker tripped. So that's three of the ones, for those who keep them count, that actually popped. Turn that on. Some things came back on, some things didn't. And I couldn't figure out why. Well, there's also an outlet in the same panel where the circuit breaker is that has a GFCI reset. I reset it, and then it popped again, and I didn't notice it. And there was my problem. I didn't go back and recheck everything because I just assumed that was fixed. So I spent a good 15 minutes of panic trying to figure out what could be the problem, and until I finally said, well, I just go recheck all my steps. And I rechecked that. I hit the button, it reset, everything came back on, and we've been fine ever since. So the moral of the story, boys and girls, is slow down, check your troubleshooting steps, and recheck your troubleshooting steps. Because I didn't do that, and instead I had a panic attack over it. But all that happened in the same day. Here's my day. Shelly wakes me up. You're late for your physical therapy appointment. And she was right. My fault. She woke me up. So I was, woken up like, to hurry to get dressed, run to physical therapy. I'm doing my physical therapy, and I'm getting text messages about awnings and wind and the end of the world from Shelly. And I can't answer. Oh, let's go somewhere travel. Did we say hello to them?
I did, okay. Yes. But Mel and Nettie have come
MelNettie,
in too.
Hey, guys. And then as soon as I got home, I was sitting down for like maybe 5 minutes when the whole world ended in the RV. And then we went into the circuit breaker story. So I went like 8 hours of wide open anxiety, panic, and stress yesterday, and that's a lot for anybody. But it's a lot. It's really a lot for me. I can't do that. And for those of you who want to know where Talon is, she's sleeping right there because I hear her having her puppy dreams.
Yeah. Well, and I will say this: we are feast or famine when it comes to like issues. We usually have them like boom, boom, boom all at one time, or we have nothing going on. So that's kind of how we are. That's how we roll. I don't know.
And so then, to make matters even more fun, we go to this morning.
Their checklist for setup and breakdown. Maybe you could create an electrical emergency checklist in addition to the troubleshooting list.
No doubt.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. Let's read through.
Well, I went back to that same Facebook group again yesterday when I couldn't figure out how to get, because what was not working was the bathroom, the bedroom, and the outlets on the dining room here. Some of the outlets on that side work, but not all of them. So I went back to that form and I listed everything I did, and form wasn't that much help that time because everybody was kept saying, try this. And I'm like, I did. I wrote it down right there. And then you just said, okay, well then try that. I did. It's the next line down I wrote. So anyway, it wasn't as helpful that time, mainly because I did everything, but checked to make sure I was doing it right. So they couldn't be helpful because I did everything I was supposed to do except pay attention. So this morning I get accosted out of bed with, we don't have any water, Michael. Now I disconnected water last night, put water in the tank, got heat in the wet bay to keep everything hopefully unthawed there. Had what I thought were the cupboards underneath the sinks open. I was half right.
Hey, McGuire's on tires.
And so my first thought was, great, we've frozen and busted a pipe. Awesome. Turn the water pump on. I hear nothing. Okay, well, that's something. That's probably good. Since there's no water running, I don't want to hear the water pump running, right? And eventually that's when we realized that not all the cabinets underneath the sinks were open. Only the bathroom sink cabinets were open, not the kitchen sink.
My bad.
We opened those, put the heater pointed towards it. A little while later, we had water. We're fine.
Yep.
Except when Shelly tried to do dishes and like drain. Apparently, the drain was frozen too. But we're not seeing anything leaking underneath, so hoping for the best that we don't have any
whatever
issues.
It was just inside and just kind of moved on down, thawed out, and left.
We have a grand total of one person watching us on Facebook, so thank you very much, whoever that one person is. Can't see anything on Facebook, so we usually don't even do Facebook, so this is new to us.
Yep.
But that was. And then as soon as I got accosted out of bed, tried to figure out the water situation. I went right into like 3 hours straight of work calls.
So I was trying to fix the sink on my own.
And so my brain is like, still. And maybe I need a drink.
So this is what I said to him. It is in times like these that we have lots of YouTube stories. Yeah.
And that's been our eventfulness time, if that's even a real word.
Oh, I saw somebody come up there but I didn't see who it was. Maybe it'll come up here in a minute.
Yeah. So regardless of everything that's happening,
that's a great way to look at misadventures. Yes, I try.
Well, not really. Because what did you tell me earlier today? Do you remember? You probably don't, because you told me a lot. So you don't know exactly what I'm thinking about. This is what Shelly told me earlier today. We need to go somewhere warm right now.
No, what I said was potentially we may want to go elsewhere because it's for the week and then come back because it's that cold or whatever. But now that things happen and you're not really sure how.
And unfortunately, I've got physical therapy and an MRI this week still, so we'd had to reschedule all that. And honestly, that's why we're in Biloxi. For those of you who've got a lot of new faces in here, the reason we're in Biloxi is because I'm in the Air Force still, and I've got really bad knees. I'm doing physical therapy for that, and they want to do an MRI on my brain as a follow-up to previous injuries.
Yep.
That just to make sure everything's. I think they're trying to see if there's anything there. Well, they just did, big void.
Yeah, they did say, so if you want to come with him, you need to tell them that he can't answer any questions. You have to do all that for you. And I was like, all right, I can do that.
Yeah, and I pulled. Yeah, Wags just said the only place warm in the U.S. is Miami and the Keys. I'm cool with either one. I did pull up my phone today to look at the weather report, and the weather app was stuck in Tampa. And so when I pulled it up, I was like 68 degrees or something like that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
that'd be nice.
Then I noticed where it was. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Well, I will give you all this nugget that my friend texted me today. She texts me little positive, encouraging notes all the time. So, but today came through and it says, faith does not make things easy. It makes them possible. Luke 1:37. So I was like, that is so true. I needed that today because it still wasn't easy, even when we know outcomes. So
Bob's AdVanture. Bob, buddy, how you doing, man?
Glad to see you
here. We have
here.
Lost touch for a long time, and I am happy to see you here. Thank you for joining us, my friend. I do believe you're doing a van build. I've been trying to catch up with you.
Not easy, but possible. That's right.
Yeah. So that's our excitement, and that's a lot of what's going on and what we got coming up.
So when you see our next video and we're going, oh, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We didn't really video all that. Although it did sound like somebody just like crashed. Oh, the plumbers are out.
Plumbers here. Yeah. They just showed up to fix the water over there.
And Sandy did text me that yes, they did turn the water off.
Yeah.
So.
And that's cool. They can turn the water off. Don't bother me as long as they got electric.
Yep.
We can't go more than a couple more days before we run out of propane, though. So I do want to get over this cold spell.
Yep.
We put this propane in this tank. I don't even know when.
Last year.
It was
on our way home.
From where?
From. Oh.
Yeah.
We might have had it when we were here a year ago. I don't know. It might have been when we left Arkansas.
It's been over a year since
Probably.
We put propane. And again, we have a Class A, so the propane, is onboard propane tanks, or propane tank rather. Yeah, it's been a year because we don't use propane. We just use electric since we're paying. Electric's free at most places we stay, so we use electric for the water heater. We have an induction cooktop and a convection oven, so
it's probably good to use the propane though, and then refill, right? Does it go bad?
Sure.
Oh.
No.
Okay. But it doesn't say full anymore, so I'm kind of sad about that. So we're gonna end up having to get more propane when we're done.
Yep. So we're gonna go find Hank Hill and get some propane and
propane accessories.
Yep. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch King of the Hill.
Yep.
Great cartoon show. We have.
Oh, Camping with Clemmy. Hello, guys.
Hey, guys.
I feel like I've missed people.
Yeah, we probably have because we've just been here rambling. But I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flashlight's going back. One thing we kind of restarted a family hobby that we did 15 years ago, maybe. We kind of restarted that while we were still in Tampa, and that's geocaching. So we're gonna have a video coming out about that, and it's actually a fun hobby, kind of gets you out walking around a little bit too, and it's It can also be very, very troubling. You're trying to find these caches, especially the small ones. It can be frustrating. That's the word I was looking for, frustrating. But
only because sometimes they're not where they were supposed to be, or
and some people are impatient. Talon, she's very impatient. But we started geocaching again. That's been a lot of fun. Again, like I said, we're gonna have a video coming out about that pretty soon. We're also gonna actually be changing our video schedule a little bit. The way it's been is on Tuesdays we would drop our either a how-to video or a campground review on Tuesdays, and Fridays we kind of do our like lifestyle adventure videos. And we're actually going to switch that. We're actually just going to swap those two around. And on our live stream nights, like today, we didn't drop a video at all. So on the week we drop, or on the day we drop a video, we're not going to do a lifestyle type video or vlog. But this Friday we're going to be dropping a
Adventures in Xanadu are here.
Oh, hey guys, I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Awesome, welcome. So we're going to be dropping a campground review of actually this campground, Shields RV Park in Gulfport. We'll be dropping that video this Friday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and then next Tuesday we'll be dropping a video, RV lifestyle video on 4:30 Tuesday of a topic to be named later. I will say that if you haven't watched our most recent video, which is 3 Mardi Gras museums in 3 different states, that was a lot of fun. We did not do it all on the same day. They were all a lot of fun. I encourage you to go check it out.
I'm not a history buff, but oh my goodness, I had no idea what Mardi Gras was about except for beads.
Beads and bearing all. Yeah, there you go. Okay, beads and bearing beads.
I mean, I just knew it was kind of a naughty kind of thing, but it's not really. There's actually a lot of tradition and stuff steeped into it, and so we talked about some of that in the
RV Underwears. They come to Eglin for a day soon.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. Love Eglin.
Days Great Adventure. Hey guys.
Hey guys, the days are here. The chilly days.
Yep.
And again, that's most all of us, right? I think Jarry and Ginger are still dealing with no power situation.
Yeah, they're in Texas.
And
yep. There's a lot of people in Texas.
Yeah, and
those that thought that'd be okay in Texas,
I know,
we're not this year.
Yeah. So what we've got is we've got a lot of friends here. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with idlecruises for more than a dinner and a few minutes at the RV show. Really looking forward to hanging out with Fred Christie. I hadn't seen him since June when we gave away the big check to Vets United. Really looking forward to seeing him. We've been texting back and forth the last few days, and Fred keeps basically saying the same thing that I'm saying. Yeah, maybe we'll get together when it warms up. Stay safe, stay warm. We'll talk to you later. Yeah. Because neither one of us want to go out in the cold. So we're really looking forward to meeting up with them. And if there's anybody else in the area or coming by the area, I know Ricky and Barbara, I think, are making a plan to come out here at some point, maybe. Hopefully. Yep. We got some other friends that they're talking about coming out here to see us. If you guys want to come out here.
Actually, idlecruises said, I think they're coming this way. So we're really kind of, I said, yeah, I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, it's usually nicer here, weather-wise.
After this week, it will be fine.
But again, we're very excited about everything that's happened over the last month, the way our channel's been growing, some of the connections we've made both from personal and business standpoint. I think it's going to help our channel grow. And really, what's important about our channel growing to us is that means that's more money we can raise for these small local veterans charities that are out there that are doing the most good in the community that they serve, and usually with little recognition and even less funding sometimes. So every little bit helps. Again, so using our Amazon affiliate links to buy stuff, helps. Super chats, applause, T-shirt sales, just watching the videos,
PayPal tip jar,
the PayPal tip jar,
membership.
Yeah, joining our Patreon or YouTube pages. You don't need to join both because we're putting the same content on both. So it's just whichever platform works best for you. For all of our Patreon and YouTube members, you are listed on the description of our current videos. So you do get a shout out there. And so we want to thank you guys for pledging that continued support. And since he's here, I'll say Bob from Bob's Adventure was our very first member on YouTube, and Jeanne Baney was our very first Patreon member, and they're both here in the chat.
Yep.
So I want to say thank you for those guys for being the first kind of get the ball rolling on both of those platforms, and we give a little bit more exclusive content behind the scenes, some bloopers, trying to get some more content of Talon as she allows us. It looks like the Brazen Brits have had more luck getting video of Talon than we have, oddly enough.
I know. He said Talon's in so many people's other video, but not us.
Yeah. And
so many other people's videos, but not ours.
So, guys, we are right at 7:30. I really appreciate you guys coming here to hang out with us. We love you guys. Hope to see you guys down the road. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll let you say goodbye.
So make your next journey an epic adventure.
Good.
See you then.
Good night,
Bye.
Gracie. George Burns out for reference. Good night.